All right, so we are now starting our live trading session. So it looks like Ethereum is about to continue lower because looking here, and I'm gonna since this is gonna be teaching and looking for trade setups. Uh, right here, our key June and our span A and span B are angling down with the Tinkinson. So all these are angling to the downside, and we're currently breaking structure here at this level. This level actually, I believe, is the 4-hour time frame I drew up. And you see Chiku Span's falling price pretty hard with that bearish engulfing candle. So we actually might have a good drop right now to the downside. So if you want to enter in, if I were you, stop loss would be above this candle, like slightly above it. Entry would be at this candle close. So whenever the candle closes, you can put it like a few pips underneath this candle. But you might want to enter in, depending on if you want to enter in now or you wait till the candle closes. Me, I always wait till candle closes just to make sure and confirm that it does not turn into a wick, because we still have 4 minutes on this candle and it could still easily wick up. So I would wait for this candle to close. After that, put like a sell stop underneath that candle, stop loss above the candle, and then let the trade trigger you in on its own. But this is still showing strong strength to the downside. Even here, you see the CVO showing that the demand is starting to diminish and that sellers are starting to come into the market. So I do like that. RCI is screaming bearish. You got the 52, the 26 underneath the zero. And this is showing that we're in bear territory. And then the red's also angling down. So we should have actually been in the trade up here once this angled back to the downside, which was really right here. You should have been in on the trade. So yeah, this market's looking pretty bad for the bulls. So I'm leaning towards a bearish market. And I had stated that on my live stream. I said, I'm not expecting much in this market. I'm expecting a bearish market currently. So you see that right now. We did break that fractal, that bullish fractal. So that's a huge sign right here that the market could still dip lower. But we're not out of the clear yet, because look, what we still have this zone to break out of. And let me take Ichimoku off so y'all can see it. This is still a whole zone that we need to hold here and break through. If it's gonna be bullish, it's gonna hold here, and you'll start to see it consolidate and then probably hold and move back to the upside. And it could consolidate and move back to the downside, but right now it's the momentum is very strong for sellers. Even on the 4-hour, you see that demand. Another 1 hour, that demand is diminishing, and then supply is increasing here. So I see bears not having no care. So, and then we also have a death cross. Cloud is starting to roll over, and we're starting to get a bearish. Yeah, so this is getting very bearish real quick. Very bearish real quick. So we'll see how the market holds here. This is still the last level of support. We don't know until we get the next few candles, and we'll see. Also, Chiku Span just cracked through the Kijun here. So that's a very big indication that price could still further improve to the downside. So that's what I see. That's my bias for Ethereum for going for a short. Let me see if we have any trades for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's doing the exact same thing, but a little faster. We already hit the bottom here. So I'm expecting the breakout. If we could get a breakout here, it'll probably come to this level before it stalls out, and then it'll come back for a retrace, then continue to the downside. So right now, I would hold off on Bitcoin. It's kind of too late to enter a trade yet. Let me see. Everything's bearish, so you should be looking to go short. The question is where. If you are going short now, you will be trading the Tinkinson bounce, which is not a bad trade setup. The same thing as Ethereum. Stop loss up here, entry right there. So let me go ahead and check that. So it'd be something like this. So entry would be at 42,303. Stop loss will be at 42,751. Only reason why I wouldn't, me personally, if I'm trading this for the 15-minute time frame, I would only trade it for a little bit. I wouldn't trade this for a long-term hold. I would trade this for a breakout and then see if we could hold here and then look for that retrace. But there was slight bearish divergence. Actually, no, there was a lot of bearish divergence right there. Had this entering into the market. So we had that bearish divergence there. And you see the market start declining very fast and rapidly. So once we see that happening, yeah, I would take if we get that breakout, that Kumo breakout, this is going to be a strong bearish move to the downside. Like I said, I think bears are going to come back with vengeance in this market. I was saying this on the live stream today. I do think that the market is going to take a drastic move to the downside. So this is what I'm looking for shorts. I think it's be good to go short here. We fell short of coming up into this area, so that's why market is coming to the downside now. Let's see, anything on XRP? Let's take a quick look real quick. And also today, just before I move forward to XRP, today is Hinka B if you're using the time theory. Hinka B was today. We had our day of change, which is where we're shorting here at this resistance. So I think, Monica, remember you were asking me how to use Hinka B on the session, when to use it, where to use it. Now, this is currently a live example right now because I had this marked up from Kihan Suchi number 17. This is the day of change right here, Hinka B. So we're seeing it, it came back to this resistance here, and now it's finding, strong level resistance. Now the market's pushing to the downside. So this is how you would use it. Let's say you could have traded in between here, but on this day, we're trading into resistance. So maybe we'll look to go short here, and you see it is going short. The other question is now, can we get past this fluctuation level here once we get down in here, or if we even reach that? So we'll see. Remember, you got A for this. Got A, B, C, and then D would be down here. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. It's looking to me bearish still. Like, I think we'll break past that B fluctuation level and then we'll come down. So this could be a grand trade to the downside. Like, really big move to the downside. If we do see the 20Ks, man, I'm going to talk so much trash on Twitter. I was just messing, but I might talk a little bit of trash. I'm not going to lie. Just a little bit. Let's see. We looked at XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tezos. It is dropping right now. This is from the live stream. If y'all were on the live stream this morning, this is the trade setup for it. It's already activated, so I don't think it's wise to get in now. So I'm gonna pass this because I don't believe in jumping in a trade too late. Here is Solana. So Solana might have a good chance of reversing. Let me go to the daily real fast. Let me make sure. So this is the overall move I have for Solana. But let's see what happens here. Let's go back to the 4-hour. We're already getting that rejection here. I could take this off now. We're already getting rejection here, which is a good thing. So I do like that for a bigger move to the downside. The only thing is, if we hold here, because it seems like it's holding pretty solid, that's gonna be my concern. Let me go back to the daily real quick. It is overall bearish. It is overall bearish. But something is okay. This is where I would play it just to make sure. Let me see if there's any divergence here to be a little more not stressed about this type of trade. So yeah, we do have some bearish divergence here as well. So if you're gonna take this trade in particular on Solana, me personally, just me, I wouldn't trade up here because it's kind of too late. I would trade the Kumo breakout and then the retest of the breakout and then trade it to the downside. So I would look for something like this because it's kind of too late to jump in. Look for this and then, get in at the retest. So if we're trading it, remember the wave theory, we got A, B, C, and then D. So you always trade at the C level. Don't ever trade here. That's the fluctuation point. Because you could enter a short here and then the market retraces on you and then you're looking silly and then the market does that. So that's what I'm seeing here on Solana. Wait for the cloud breakout, in my opinion. Chiku Span has not crossed the Kijun yet to confirm a very strong bearish market, but selling pressure is coming in on the CVO. So be mindful of that. Trade the direction of the volume of what the CVO is telling you. All right, and then also,
how do you get the CVO? I know you put the codes and whatnot. Like, how do you get that on the platforms?
Okay, so when you get the code, what you go to Pine Editor. So you will go here, put the code in here on the Untitled script, then hit save, and then after you save it, hit add to chart. Once you add it to chart, then then it'll be on here for you to use.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So based off this one, I want to look for on this trade the Kumo breakout. If you get the Kumo breakout, then that's what you want to trade. And also the Chiku Span has not crossed Kijun yet either, which is another thing. So be very mindful of that and just be watching for the Kumo breakout to confirm the strength of the breakout. All right. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't trade here yet because you could easily bounce off the Kumo and go up. And then, like I said, you'll look silly here. You don't want to look silly on a trade like this. So you wait for the Kumo breakout on the hour. How you would do this, go to the hour time frame and hit right click on the underneath the cloud and hit the add alert on Ichimoku, and you add alerts at that price. So or you could just right click right there and hit add alerts. And so once the price gets underneath the cloud, you could get that signal to your phone, and just set it to look for short or whatever. Once you do that, then you're able to figure out if you want to enter the trade or not, if we get that breakout right here. So I know a lot of us do not like being at the computer for a long time, which I don't either. So set your alert, go about your day. Once you get that trigger, then you could come back to the trades, look for the short and see what the market's doing. If it's not looking good, then you know not to take the short. If it's looking good, then you know to go for the short. So for me, I would wait and then go about my day here. So that's what I'm seeing in this area. Let's see. So y'all give me y'all's pairs that y'all want to look at. I know y'all trade different pairs than I do. So if y'all have any Forex stock or crypto that you want me to look at, then let me know so I can look at it for y'all. I'll wait. Also look here. This is not doing anything. Peso's hasn't done nothing yet. I'll be waiting for peso. Ooh, that's not looking good. Man, go ahead.
Sorry, would you mind looking at the NBEV, please?
N who?
BEV, New Age.
New
BEV,
Age.
yeah, NBEV.
B, you said B what?
So N for November and B, sorry, E. E.
So E.
Yeah, and V. Is the
ND,
new age. Is new age. I think is the fourth down.
fourth down. Here? Wait, here.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, let me see. New age. Ooh, this thing's super bearish. Let me zoom out on the weekly. Ooh. Actually, it's coming up to a point of reversal, potential reversal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's looking at a point of potential reversal back to the upside. Hold on a second. It did break this order block, but that's fine because it barely broke out of it. So this might just make a new low and then start continuing up. And that's a giant W formation too. You see that W? Goodness. If it does this, ooh. how many
Ooh, looks really nice. I'm looking the
that's like
longer,
768%. Yeah, that's what I would look for. Yeah, I would look for a potential long here because I think this is gonna be a fake out.
well,
And
I thought it's going to be a bit of a like reversal where that doji candle is, but it seems it's still coming down.
you do have, let me see if you have bullish divergence here. Yeah, no, sadly you don't. Yeah, you don't have any bullish divergence here. If anything, it's saying that sellers are still in control here. Maybe on the daily. Let's see the daily. Nope. Yeah, so I wouldn't. This is so. There's two ways you could go about this because if you're trading the weekly for the bigger picture, I would wait till the weekly candle closes first, and we still have a whole day and an hour for the weekly candle to close. So wait till this closes to see what happens here. I'm not convinced yet that this is a long. I do like this for a potential reversal though, because it's looking good in my eyes on this one. I think as well. Let me see. On the daily, we're very bearish still. This is all pointing down. 4 hour. 4 hours screaming bears. Oh my goodness. Yeah, always trade that momentum of the direction. If the RCI is still saying we still have some room to move to the downside as well. So I will look for shorts here. I don't know what time frame you usually trade, but
It's usually is daily on stocks.
okay. Because for this one, I'm still short. I would still think short here. This market is not being kind at all.
No, it has been like this for a while. It is in my watch list. So yeah.
Let me see the next level of support because
It's to like 80, around like 81 cents or something like that.
yeah, might actually do that. Ooh. So we're currently sitting at 85. Yeah, there's not a real major area of support down here. The next level of real support really, actually it's right here. I'm tripping. It's way over here. It's at what price is that? 71. That's the next major level of support. And that's not even a strong level either, because if you look back here, right here, it held up a little bit, but eventually broke. So we'll see how it responds here. I think it's gonna come down to 71. And it's not too far away from that price. So we'll see what happens here. And let's see if we start picking up. There definitely won't be any divergence on the daily, but we'll see what happens here. I do think it'll come down lower. So let me go ahead and set target on that one. I will look for shorts here. Not too far though, but at least right here to this point with a tight stop. Yeah, this is what I'll put. This is what I look for. I'm actually gonna put this on the. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on the watch list for stocks and see how this one goes. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, so let me go flag this one too. All right, so I could come back to this later. All right, any other ones right now? Any other ones that y'all want to look at? Because right now, y'all have me, so use me while I'm here. Y'all want to any stocks, crypto, or forex pairs y'all want to take a peek at?
Can we look at PayPal?
PayPal. Okay, sure. Are you invested in PayPal?
I'm not. I'm very bearish on that. But
Ooh,
let's see how PayPal is looking.
this looks like it's gonna reverse.
Oh
to-
yeah, PayPal does actually. Looks good.
Yeah, this is holding pretty well too. I'm liking this for a long, but not it's the signal's not there yet. But let me do some deeper analysis because something I need to make sure about something. So it's pretty flat here. If there's some bullish divergence here, I will look to go long, but let's see. Okay, so you definitely do have some bullish divergence. You just don't have a signal to buy yet, though. That's the only thing. If anything, what I would do, I wouldn't get in this just yet. Okay, let me explain why. It looks good for a long, but you know the market could easily come down. So this is what I would look for to even confirm getting or consider taking the trade. I would watch first of all Chiku span because right now Chiku span is saying we're bearish because we're underneath price. So I want to see Chiku span do something like this, come above price right here, and we have a death cross as well. So I also want to see a golden cross happen as well in this area. So I want to see a golden cross somewhere in here, and we don't got that. So if I take the candles off, you see that death cross right there. We need this red line. We need the tickets and the cross back above, and we need to see Chiku span start to get above price. And we're not seeing that right now.
Yeah.
So I will be cautious here. I wouldn't go long just yet, but it is looking good for a long. And if you want to be, if you want to be more like get a better position or have a better chance on this trade, wait for this to turn blue. Wait for this to turn blue.
Got it.
So
Yeah,
that's
go to
things I
170.
look for. Huh?
You could go to 177 as well if it doesn't hold here. That's why I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. So yeah, you got a few options here. There is bullish divergence, but I would wait. I wouldn't want to jump in here yet. Wait for that golden cross in Chiku span to confirm the trend direction to the upside, or wait for this to turn blue so you could get a better trade opportunity. Now, if you feel comfortable and confident that it will hold here, that's up to you. Me personally, trading with my rules, I wouldn't do that. If you want to get in even better, go to the 4-hour time frame. Wait for the Kumo breakout. If we break above the Kumo, start thinking long.
Got it.
You need a golden cross and a price break above the cloud, and then that's when you would go long. Other than that, I would not touch this just yet. Don't get faked out because there's a lot of fake outs going on right now. I got faked out on Ethereum last night, so I had to make up for this trade today. So,
I got the short on SPY and I made like 5K on that, but then
dang. Go
I've been
ahead.
doing like I also bought like I've been doing like swing trades and also day trades are better in stocks, I think. But quick in and out, like playing the range and whatnot, like easy 500 and 5 minutes and be out. But Roku, I swing traded it and it was the worst mistake of my life.
Which one?
Roku, because I had played it at 170. it was at 180, right? And I thought I was gonna bounce,
Right.
but I was gonna play the range, but because they had already touched their trend line, but it pushed, it crashed under it post market, and I was like, oh god. But yeah,
It's all good. You're learning, right?
yeah.
As long as you're learning and you're not making the same mistake like over and over and over, then you're solid. That's the thing about trading and investing is if you're not learning from what you're doing, then you might need to reevaluate what some stuff.
No, I won like 9 out of 10 trades when I do it, so I'm doing pretty decent.
Good.
Thank you.
Man, like maybe I don't know why you ain't working for yourself right now.
I made 10K last week. Like, I'm not even joking.
Well, see, what was your goal? I remember you were talking to me about your goal. I don't remember what you said.
Yeah, but then things happen at home and stuff like that. So, and then I was trying to get a job at that time, but I could make 100K a year now. I think I could make like at least 2K a week with 3-4 good trades.
Okay.
What account size do you have?
I only played I started with 300 and I took it to 4K in a week. But I just put the money in, like I bought one contract, I doubled it. Then I kept as my money was growing with the calls and puts, I just I try to play with 1K account, and if I have to average in, then I average in as well, like 1K. But only 2K. With 2K, I believe that you could be making like 500 to like, and then with the SPY puts, I made 5K on that trade because I had 1.6K bet on it, and it tanked after it touched it was like a $9 move down.
Okay, so basically you had like the size, it was 1.K. What was your stop loss?
Honestly, I try to keep it where like I don't lose more than like 1,000, but it's better to play in stocks, right? You rather do day trades than swing because at post market they manipulate the markets. With the swing, like the day trade, you could sell right away. You play the range like Mr. Kumata, and you try to dip. Like you make your balance and you're out on the same day, kind of thing, rather than letting it run till tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, well, basically, I've started with stocks, and I wasn't too happy with the way they move. Sometimes you're just stuck in them, especially if you trade a daily. And then I moved into crypto, and it was and Forex, and it was way much more better volatility. And for the style trader I am, I need some action. I can't wait forever. I'm a bit impatient. So I've started, I think the same, like about 1K my money, and I've grown it like a few, 3 times to 10x. And then because I was trading without like the stop loss, I basically lost it every time. Yeah, that's why I was asking about the size of the account. And now I'm trying to find my sort of way, because I used to scalp a lot, and it was amazing when it goes my way. But if it doesn't, then well, I got a little bit much more knowledgeable in the meantime. So that's good. And now basically I'm trying to figure out if it is actually because I was looking to get funded to get actually more money, but then I was looking at their how well their rules and everything. And because I'm sort of a freestyle, I know you know your you need your rules in your trading plan and that, but I was wondering if I was actually be better off to retry my own like trading on my own, not actually be funded. Do you have any opinion on that, Mr. Kumar?
Oh man, say it one more time. That last question.
If so as I said, I've just blew my account 3 times this year. So lately I took it a little bit a bit easier, and trying to move to the higher time frames. And I was looking, well, I realized that I need lots of money, especially in Forex. Well, I need more money. So I was trying to get funded.
Mm-hmm.
And I passed the challenge and everything, but now I'm thinking whether if I'm better off actually doing, well, retrying on my own, as Nimi is doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So as far as you being funded and all that, I think you should stick with what you are doing. And now for the higher time frames, yes, you definitely need more capital, especially for the swings, because you don't know how big the swings are. Like for only like the hour time frame, they don't look as crazy. They're probably actually more crazy than it looks on. Like, okay, for example, let's look at this like from up here, this point here, and all the way down. So we're gonna focus here. That's actually an order block area now. I'm looking at it, but anyway, that's actually probably where price is gonna head to. Now that I think about it. But anyway, let me go ahead and draw this part right here, and then we're gonna go to the hour time frame and look at this area and see how this market was acting. Because here on the daily, it looks clean, like a clean straight drop, right? So if we go to like the hour time frame, say if you got in the trade like here, let me zoom in. So say if you got in the trade right here, you're gonna be in some down draw, but before you get into profit, and let's say if you took another short here because you saw this bearish engulfing candle, you're in profit, but then the market gapped up and now you're negative. So it's about riding the waves and having good risk management, because if you don't have good risk management while riding these waves, then this market's going to eat you alive and you're not going to see nothing good here. So definitely with the bigger account size, that'll definitely help you for your swing trading. But I don't know if you're trading like the smaller time frames already and you're pretty good at that, then stick with it. Just do scalping if that's what you do.
Yeah, the only thing is, well, the pros are that you get your returns really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But the big cons are basically you're stuck to you're glued to your screen, because you need to look at it, well, at least the way I used to do it, with no stop loss.
Right. Honestly, you know what? I still trade with no stop loss sometimes, because sometimes they like I was telling you out in one of the classes that they look for you to get they look for those stop losses to get you out. That's why I don't use stop losses sometimes. Like I'll use them just in case, like if I'm about to go to sleep, I'll use it because I don't want to wake up to like an account that's gone. But overall, when it comes to stop losses, use them. If you're using good risk management, a stop loss won't really matter too much. But definitely use a stop loss if you are going to sleep, because the market does play games at night, and everybody that knows. So we have two people to hop on. Hey, Miss Jacqueline. Hey, Yazir. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, how are you guys? We're doing good. We're having a live trading session today, so we have been looking at some things. I have this one recorded. Usually I don't record live trading sessions, but just in case, I have this one recorded. So
That's good because my cane changed. My week changed the last couple of weeks, so I couldn't catch the last classes, but I saw the recordings and thank you for doing that. I was able to catch up.
Awesome. Right now we're trying to figure out on PayPal what the deal is. I was telling them, don't take this opportunity, even though it is looking like it wants to do a reversal and looks bullish based off of the divergence here, because you got some strong bullish divergence here. Even if you see that bullish divergence, don't trade it yet, because Chiku span needs to be above price, and we don't have a golden cross to take it to the upside. So I'm saying, if you're going to take this trade on PayPal or invest in PayPal, wait till price gets above the cloud and Chiku span is above price. Then you could take it to the upside to that order block area. That's going to be a massive trade if it goes up that high. That'll be, a 40% move on the stock, which is insane. So yeah, that right there, is what we're looking at for PayPal. So let me make sure I have this on the watch list, because sometimes I forget to put stuff on my watch list. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that now. But is there any currencies, crypto stock, or Forex pairs y'all want to look at? Right now, it's all about you guys. I'm trying to find trades for you guys and look for opportunities.
Can you look at Shiba and crypto.com?
Shiba on crypto.com?
No, Shiba and the crypto CRO coin. Crypto.com.
Okay, got you. What's the abbreviation for crypto.com?
It's CRO.
CRO? I don't know. Crow. Are you?
Or you might have to type in the whole thing to get the.
Here it is.
Okay.
I believe this is the one. So the last time we looked at this, we were thinking it was going to hold here, but it failed. And this is why you got to be careful with trades like these. Because I was thinking, okay, we're going to go up to at least this level. Then I don't know, but we end up just straight dropping and falling off. And also, I should have known better, because let me rewind. This is going to be a teaching point here to avoid stuff like this. So notice what's going on here. And let me take this off because it already happened. So it never really triggered us in anyway. So it wasn't really a loss. We just never got in the trade. But you see how there was bullish divergence here? Like, it showed that there was bullish divergence here. But here's the thing. When you get momentum like this right here, angling down sharply, and you're still stuck down here, be careful, because everything is telling us bearish. Even RCI told us bearish. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know what. And also the cloud was starting to, angle to the downside as well from what I see here. But coming down to the 1 hour, you could see that it was clear bullish divergence. So, and then we're also in this gigantic triangle formation. So it was a strong break to the downside. So definitely should have been paying attention to that. And you see what happened here. If I play at full speed, you see we broke the triangle and the market's moving lower. But yes, this is stuff that, even if you do get divergence, does not always mean it's going to play out your way. The market is not going to always play out your way, even if you have all 5, all 3, all 10, all 2 confirmations to take your trade, because that's not the market is going to do what it wants to do at the end of the day. But looking at this, at the bigger picture, now that I'm looking at this clear, we are sitting right at an order block. Y'all saw the order block video. This is an order block right here. This is our order block. So we're sitting right above it, actually right on it. So right now we're either going to fall either deeper into the order block, or we're going to bounce off here. You already see that we're trying to reject here. So that's a good thing if you're trying to go long. Also, if you look here on the 4 hour, it's showing signs of breaking to the downside. We just had a key June breakout right here. So that's not a good indication of price wanting to go, to the upside. This could, Not saying that it can't break back above it, because it definitely can, but I would wait for that 4-hour candle to close first and then make a decision on what the market's going to do. You do have some demand increasing, but well, except for right here. But overall, this market did, start pushing up higher. We did have bullish divergence that did work out here. This bullish divergence did work out for us right here. Actually, it was right there. There we go. So this bullish divergence did play out for us. The question is, and then you see it hit here. The question is, will we sustain? Right now, it's not looking like this. So I'm thinking we're going to look short here. You also got a double top as well right here. 1, 2, and then a dip down. So I'm thinking the market's going to move lower. It's looking bearish here. And also, if you looked at this on the 1-hour time frame, let me see. You also had some bearish divergence coming into the market right here. And this was flat. So yeah, this is actually looking more bearish as I look at it, because not only did we have a death cross here, a bearish TK crossover, we also had Chiku span cross through the Kijun, which is bearish. And well, not just that, we also have a bearish Kumo breakout. So I would look to go short on Crow here. This is looking like it's going to fall. So I'm leaning towards the downside on this one. It may pull up for a little bit, but overall, I'm bearish. So I'm going to just aim it like this. Put it to the downside here. So we will see. I think we'll fall deeper into this box. And if that's the case, let me see. Let me take Ichimoku out for a moment. These will be potential targets for us for this market. So these would be potential targets. Especially be mindful of this area, because that'll be right above or right inside the order block in this green zone. And this is also the fluctuation level too. So be mindful of this area. Price could actually hold here and continue back higher at this fluctuation point. So I will be mindful of that. But I do think the market is going to fall lower here, just based off Ichimoku and other things that are going on, and then price action as well as structure being broken. The other one was SHIB. Let's take a look at SHIB real quick.
Sorry, so you said it looks like, is that Crow you were looking at? It you said it's going to go lower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is looking to go lower. SHIB is also going lower. It did hit our 2 targets. It hit this first target. It hit our second target perfectly. Now it's coming down. Same thing on SHIB. You know what's crazy? All these cryptos are doing really the same thing, which is very odd. But some of them are moving quicker than the others in how it's approaching the market. So I'm not sure how these markets do the exact same thing, because this one looks just like the last chart, but just it has not broke outside the cloud yet, which is very strange. That's very interesting. But I do notice that the supply is increasing here. Sellers are coming in. If y'all, like I said, if y'all watched the live stream earlier, I was saying that bears are gonna be coming into the market very vengefully. There's gonna be some vengeance. Winnie the Pooh Bear, Yogi Bear, Smokey Bear, Banjo Kazooie. The bears are not playing. Like, the bears are about to come into this market, and I've been seeing this for a while. Bears are about to get real aggressive in this market. So just have some money to hold on to. Hold on to the money in your bank account for now. Wait for the market to dip hard, because I do think a strong dip is going to come, and then start looking to get in some crypto currencies. Because right now it's not looking too not looking too bright. Yeah, that's what I have for SHIB. I think SHIB's coming down. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, we already had our Kumo breakout up here twice. And then there was also divergence, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah, we have some divergence here on SHIB as well. Flat market. And this is pretty much a flat market. And then this is coming lower. And then boom to the downside. So yeah, everything seems to be coming down. Like we might get a pullback first and then a continuation to the downside. I see a pullback, a small pullback, and then continuation. So that's what I'm expecting, me personally. But we shall see. Any other things y'all want to look at? So that's
do you mind having a look at BDTX, please?
TX?
Yeah, Black Diamond. DX with D.
DX. Oh, it's not coming up.
Please type Black Diamonds.
Yeah, I'll do that. Black Diamond. It still didn't come up. Interesting.
With spice.
Oh, there we go. Separated. There we go. I see it now. Huh, that's interesting. It didn't even come up just a second ago. Ooh, that chart is ugly. Let me see. Ooh, this is ugly. Hold on a second. Let me give it a moment to gather my thoughts on this one.
Do you mind turning the volume on because it's quite interesting?
The volume on this one?
Yeah, please.
Let me go ahead and look at the volume. Where's my volume? Well, I don't have it saved. Okay, let me just type in volume. Let's see. Whoa, what is this?
I know, right?
What is this? This is a whole lie right there. What is that? What something's going on. This is not normal. Is there divergence? Oh, there is divergence here. That's not normal.
Indeed, this is what I thought as well.
That's not normal at all.
But it doesn't look like it's like a really high volume, but those candles don't reflect that like any big move.
You know what I was taught, if you ever see that, and this is what I was taught by my teacher. He said if you ever see that, that's a sucker rally. They're trying to sucker people in right here. They're gonna push this much lower because that volume should match, price should match volume, and it's not. I'm actually surprised I get to witness something like this, like live, because that goodness, that's a major fake out. Someone's about to lose a lot of money in here going long. Let me see if where's the next level of support. Oh wow, there's no support over here, so I'm trading blind here. Actually, you know what? Looking at this, I'm kind of nervous on this one. Let me go to the 4 hour, see if I could see anything different. Because man, that is not good. You still have the divergence on the 4 hour for sure, which is bullish, but something is not adding up here. Let me zoom in a lot more. Yeah, Monique, expect some bears to start nibbling on some bulls. Because this is really ridiculous. Like I don't see, like even right here, you see this bearish volume kicking in here, but it does not reflect the price. The price is not reflecting that. And then you have this bullish volume, it's not reflecting here as well. And then you have, so yeah, I think this is gonna continue lower. This is gonna be a sucker rally. I just don't know how far down it's gonna come. That's the only problem though. How'd you get mixed in with this one?
Basically, when I started like into trading, actually I started with investing. So I'm part of like another, a few other groups, but this one I started with, and usually they post out trades. And I was having a look at it, and I was just like, what the heck are you on about? Because this doesn't look good. But this was like a few days ago, before this massive candle. And when I had a look, because was looking good for a long. But yeah.
You know, I don't know, Black Diamond. What is Black Diamond?
Well, usually when I look in look back at videos, because they're doing this weekly as well. Usually I do like speed recordings, but I'm pretty sure they are doing the like a medical company, and they're developing, I don't know, some sort of cures for stuff, but I'm pretty sure they have they've said they've partnered up with someone really big, and they were just like, oh, this thing is going to blow up because of that partnership, but I can't remember which company. I need to look into it.
Got you.
And those yeah, it is a shame I can't remember, but he said, well, this is like really big. I'm going to look into it. Like a big company basically were backing them up, and this was, I don't know, last week, I think. But yeah, I can't remember, unfortunately, what company it was, but I can look into the news and stuff. Usually what they do in order to or how I've been taught to look for stocks, usually I scan them using FinViz. Don't know if you know FinViz. And then you just look at some data, their performances, you know, how they do, and this is how you select them.
Got you. Okay. Wow. Yeah, look into this one, because this one's looking solid. Like for maybe like, you know, like maybe probably towards the end of the month, it might get bullish, because it is showing like buyers are wanting to come into this space. They're looking at this area, and price is pretty cheap too. So maybe they might push it to like the $2 area, which would be like maybe even $3. So maybe they might push it here, $3.51, and then they'll start looking to go higher, or maybe a little bit lower. But I'm gonna go.
If it goes up, it does have a huge potential, especially that, you know, the price is it is quite low. But I'm going to look into it to see what company they actually partner up with. Maybe that's what that explained that huge volume.
Yeah, because that volume is insane. That's like crypto volume right there.
Yes.
Goodness. You don't get crypto volume on a stock. I do see this though, because I used to be a pattern trader. I do see this playing right now.
Yeah. That's basically the pattern. Yeah.
Oh, so that you see it too. Okay. I'm trying to figure out if I should put it here or here. But is that a wick? Let me make sure. Oh, well, might as well be. Put it right there. But yeah, this looks like the pattern that's playing out. So yeah, this has a lot of upside potential if it does manage to break up. So I'm gonna put this one on the watch list too. This was insane. I can never see nothing like this in stocks.
I will look into it. As I said, they are backed up by someone pretty big, and they were saying in that group, like, oh wow, if they're backed up, you know, it is a huge potential for them to go up.
I have to agree with you on that. I have to agree. Yeah, I have to agree on that. Wow. But yeah, keep me posted on this one. I'm gonna be looking at this one as well, because this is an interesting one. Where you invest in this one on, or what platform?
I used to use robo markets.
Who?
Robo markets.
Oh, okay, robo market. Okay.
But basically, it's trading. It's not like investing for investing is the Giro and others.
Gotcha. Oh, so you're trying to catch the full thing.
Yes.
I don't blame you because this will be a massive, ridiculous move if you catch this whole thing. I think you'll catch it.
Well, I think with
Look
stocks,
at the potential return here, like 1,000% return almost.
well, yeah, even if you catch half of that, I'll be happy.
Right.
Because it could go like a whole year until it gets there. So depending on what's happening and what medical stuff they're developing
Right.
and how they go. But yeah, it is an interesting one.
Anything medical right now should be good because if you look at like since ever since if you look at all the stocks that had to do with therapeutics or health right before the lockdowns happened in 2020, all of those stocks like skyrocket. So if we have another lockdown, this thing may just go insane. Especially if they start pushing, anything having to do with health. So I would definitely keep an eye out on this one. This one's looking solid, honestly. Wow, my teacher just sent me the nicest comment ever. I actually might cry, but he just said, he just sent me a message saying you're on my level already, but you just don't know it. Dang.
Oh.
Because he's a good trader. Like I'm like, dang, for him to say that, man, that means a lot. I got some water in my eyes. I don't know.
Watching his videos, his YouTube channel, he's great.
Yeah, he is a fantastic teacher. His classes
Yeah,
are.
I thought about asking. Yeah, I asked you last time about the Kaya's momentum. I don't know if you have a chance to double check on that.
Oh, you're talking about I do have it on the chart right now. That's actually his indicator.
Yeah. You said last time you asked if you could share.
Yeah, I'll ask him
That'd be great.
because I want to make sure before I do that because I don't like doing stuff out of showing other people stuff without their permission. But I do have it on my chart though. I do have it. Like if he lets me share it with you, I would definitely do that because it's actually very helpful for trading, especially if you're new and you're like looking for
the candlesticks.
Yeah, because the candlesticks tell you what to enter the market. Like instead of trading like price action or whatever, the color of the candle tells you to get in the trade, which is actually very helpful, honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, if we can tell, that'll be great. And great session today as well. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Let me see. Is there anything else y'all want me to look at? Forex, stock, crypto, y'all just let me know because I got y'all. We're looking at anything and everything. And I'll post this one. I'll post the recording on YouTube because for the most part, most of these trades will probably have happened already. But just to show people how class setting is, it'll be nice to show people how the class setting is as well. But yeah, anything I want me to look at.
Thank you. We watch it and we'll be in touch on the Discord and on your morning live streams as well.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that for sure.
Did you look at gold?
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, someone said gold. Ooh, Miss Jacqueline, is that you?
It's me.
Let's look at some gold. Actually, that's on my own private watch list. Here it is. Here it is. Let me put Ichimoku on because gold is actually confusing right now. Gold is actually in a weird place, honestly. I'm not going to front. Gold is in a really weird place. So gold hit my target here. I was thinking gold was going to come down to here, but gold hit this mid target that I had boxed because this was a level, I think it was on the 1 hour time frame. I think this was an order block area on the 1 hour. Let me make sure. Yeah, see, it was a 1 hour order block here. So that's why I had this level marked. So let me go get into order blocks with y'all because order blocks can be very difficult they're not difficult to trade. They're very easy to trade, but what makes them difficult is the multiple time frame analysis. So you would think that the target is going to come here, but if there's an order block on the hour time frame, it might not come to your daily time frame order block. It might come to your hour time frame order block and then continue in reverse like it did here. That's why I had this area marked up, because I said I'm not certain quite yet what the market would do, because I was thinking it was going to come down lower, but it didn't. It hit this order block, continued higher. So this was a good trade here. I think I did this trade setup on the live stream because someone had asked me about gold on the live stream and I had looked at it. But here, looking at gold now, let me go back to the daily. Daily is not looking good because you have a gigantic order block here on the daily. Let me actually show you. Here we go. Let me actually draw this in. So right here, you have an order block on the daily. And here's an order block as well on the daily here. So price, if we get a rejection here, I'm thinking the price will start moving back to the downside here. And that's what I would look for. But the thing with that, there's no information there on that happening. You do have this hanging man candlestick, which is a bearish reversal candle, but that's not enough to confirm, it moving to the downside. So coming to the 4 hour, let me see what's going on here. And I could take this off now too. Actually, let me just clean it all up. All right, there we go. Fresh. All right, so looking here, there is no divergence. No divergence. But the thing is, the demand is decreasing. So that's one thing that we do need to watch for, see how demand is going to start responding to the market. Looking here, let me actually mark this up as well. Actually, you might have some divergence. Let me check again. Actually, yeah, you do have some divergence. I almost missed that. So yeah, it's very slight bearish divergence. This point is higher than this point. So this is showing that sellers are definitely in the market. And if you look at this here from this point, we were at this high and we're here now, and we're still at the same high while this is decreasing, which is showing us that sellers are going to start taking over this market. So looking here, I would probably look to take the trade on the hour, because if you look here on the hour, we're definitely starting to get bearish. Look what's going on. You have Chiku span is underneath, price is breaking underneath it's actually almost about to break Tinkerson and Kijun here. So be watching that. You see that it is trying to push up higher one more time. So that's one thing to pay attention to. But you see one thing that's happening here is the decrease in demand is here. So we'll have to watch this carefully. If you're going to take this particular trade, I wouldn't get in until we have a Kumo breakout. So I would trade the Kumo breakout strategy for this one. You have the bearish crossover up here. You have that bearish crossover. And then the other thing here as well, let's see. Bears crossover. Let's see. Yeah, so I would wait. And then you also have that 1, 2, 3 reversal structure starting to form as well. Let me show you what I mean by that. So that's 1, 2, and then that 3. And then you're getting it again too. So we'll have to watch this. Watch this carefully. 1, 2. And if it holds here, probably expect the market to start doing this. But there's no signal yet. Me personally, I would wait till we get a breakout of the Kumo to even consider taking the trade, because we could still easily bounce back up into this zone. Let me take a look at the weekly. Weekly, we're in a gigantic P wave. If y'all don't see that, let me draw that up for you guys. Depends on where you want to draw this at, but About right there is where the P wave's at. So we have this gigantic P wave here. And so now if you're gonna take a trade, man, if you are gonna take a trade, wait for the, like, if you're gonna take a big move, wait for the breakout. So if you're trying to trade bullish, wait for it to break here for a long-term hold or long-term trade. And if you're gonna short this, wait for the short and break underneath here for the long-term move. There's a lot here going on. Let me take off this real quick. Current candle is actually bullish. And then also this, I don't know why the CVO is not collecting the data here, which is very strange. But if without that, that's fine. RCI is showing us that we're getting bullish momentum on the weekly. So we may start trading bullishly. And then also here, look at the Kumo twisting, which is purple. So it's looking bright futures ahead. So gold actually might go up in price on the weekly time frame. So now that I'm looking at it like that, let me actually make sure these lines are visible on the higher time frame, on the lower time frame as well, just to get a better view at this. So looking here on the 4-hour, we actually might push higher. We have a golden cross already going on here. Only thing that I would like to see, if I was gonna take a long here, I want to see demand start increasing here. You do have RCI in bullish territory. So what I would do wait for a bullish trade, wait for this to happen to take a bullish trade. Wait for the red RCI 9 to come down and start angling back to the upside. Or come down, maybe above it, angle up. Or maybe even now, angle back up here. So wait for it to angle back up, and then you could take your long here. Because this is starting to look like it wants to go higher now that I'm looking at the bigger picture. Despite this, this here going on, this is looking like it wants to go higher. So that's what my perspective on gold is. I would look to go long here. I would think.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be long. Yeah, this was a little longer analysis, but gold is really ugly right now. Not a pretty look. If anything, what you would want to do is monitor the 1 hour, because you're getting a Kumo breakout here. If I was to take this, I want to see Chiku Span get above price before I say I'm going to go long. And that will be more confirming for me, because you're seeming like right here now, I'm looking at it more. This is starting to roll over. So we might get this happen. It goes blue. So I would look to go long now. I'm just watching everything very closely, because you see here, even on the hour, we're still overall bullish. So yeah, I would look to go long. So gold is looking to go long. I would think long on gold. Crypto looks like it's going to go down while gold is going to go up, which is very interesting. All right, any other requests?
Do you mind looking at silver as well, please?
All right, let's take a look at silver. Silver, let's take a look at the daily. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Silver is in a P wave as well, but it's a smaller P wave. Tell y'all, I need to catch these waves. All right, so we have a P wave here. This is looking, overall, it's bullish. You got like demand that left the market though. That's the interesting thing. It's still bullish on RCI, even though it's coming down here. This went flat, but this is coming down. But this is a lagging line anyway. This is flat, so that's good. And you got the red angling up. There is no divergence here, but there is an increase in demand slightly. Because if you notice here, this point is lower than this point. So there is an increase in demand there. Weekly, we're about to have a Kumo breakout. Actually, we pretty much are in a Kumo breakout, but the only thing I don't like here about the weekly is that the Kijun is flat. So that's the only thing I don't like. But other than that, it's still looking pretty good for a long to the upside. Let me see something. 1 hour. 1 hour is looking very bad. Let me see if there's any hidden divergence. No hidden divergence, but there's still increasing demand. Let's see. You got this cloud starting to roll over, but I want to see what's gonna happen here. And then you got this is bearish, so I don't want to go too far down. Let me focus more on the 4 hour and the daily. What I like to see here, if I'm gonna go long, I like to see if this will break above the Kijun on the, I said the Kumo on the 4 hour. I wouldn't touch this yet. You do have, like, if you were trading naked, you should have been in the trade already because you got this Dragonfly Doji. So you should be thinking long here. But let's say we do go long. The place where I will go, I will look to aim up here for a trade and keep my stop loss tight. So this will be the trade that I will look for here. Just based off price action. Because Ichimoku is not going to get you the trade because this is too consolidated to trade with Ichimoku. So I would look at the market like this. So this is the trade setup. The entry would be at, actually the entry is already going. I would put the entry at 1591.59, stop loss at, where's that stop loss at? 1587.56. Take profit will be at 1604.87. So that's where I will look at the, this will be my trade setup for this move. And it looks bullish, but not like long term until we break outside of this triangle or P wave, or whatever you want to call it. All right, any other ones y'all want to look at? Anything else? And if I see anything over like tonight, or if I see anything over the weekend as well, mainly Sunday, because I don't really look at the market on Saturday. But if y'all see anything, I'll let y'all know as well. But let me know if y'all have.
Would you look at Cardano with Bitcoin, ADA Bitcoin pair?
Yeah, I got you on that. No, it's on my list. Let me see. Where is it at?
Yeah, I noticed you don't trade like Bitcoin pairs. Usually you trade USDT. I try to accumulate more Bitcoin, so I take Bitcoin pairs.
Got you. All right. So last time we looked at it, we had this area boxed.
If you can check Binance, this is like a newly added. Yeah, Binance, like the Binance exchange will be a better challenge.
Got you. So Binance. Okay. Well, looking at Cardano, it is overall bearish, but let me see. Let me see something. There is no more bullish divergence and supply stack coming into the market. So we actually might get rejected at this fractal level. Coming to the 4 hour, supply is increasing right now. So that's not looking good. Okay, so Yeah, this looks like it's supposed to go down. And then I see you said in the chat box, you said add a BTC. So let me look at that. Let me see. Okay, I'm looking at it on Binance.
Yes, this one, because I think there's a potential here with it.
You have a P wave. Yeah, you have a P wave here. If you want to draw like this or like this, if you want to draw it wick to wick, then that's fine. It'll look like this. So here, if you don't see it, you should see it now. There's a P wave there. You won't have nothing significant until it breaks this triangle. So that's one thing. It looks like it wants to get bullish though. I'm not gonna lie, it looks bullish a little bit because you got Chiku spend above price, you got a golden cross that just happened today, and then you have the cloud that's trying to get Kumo twist is trying to get bearish, bullish. So I'm gonna look for a potential long here, and supply is decreasing and demand is coming into the market. You also got demand coming in here as well. So this is gonna be an interesting one. I think this one actually may come up. And then even here on the 4-hour, you're bullish if you're just going based off cloud rules. You got the golden cross, you got price holding above the Kijun, you got the cloud angling up, even though the B is flat. You got an N wave structure that's forming. And you could also see an S wave here as well from here. So yeah, you could get that S wave in here and price could move higher.
Will it be a good strategy to wait until the chicken spin breaks above the cloud to enter?
To use Chiku span to enter?
Yeah, like when the chicken span crosses above the cloud, breaks above the cloud.
Yes, you could do
Okay.
that. That's a rule that
That can be a trigger, right?
Yeah, that's a confirmation of a trade. So yeah, you could do that.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. This is looking good. Let me see. Any other ones? Because if there's no more, then I'll go ahead and end class here for the day.
Do you go and take a nap? I will give you another one. Do you mind looking at Swiss job, please?
Oh yeah, I got you. Swiss. I think I have that on my list. Do I have that on my list? I got GBP.
No, Swiss job.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I'm looking at my list. I'm trying to see if I have.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if I have it on this list. So I'll just type it in. I don't think I have it. So let me go ahead. I thought I had it. JPY. And what are you using? Oanda or FXCM? Which one?
FXCM, please.
All right. All right, let me go ahead and add this to my Forex watch list. I thought I had it on my list. Guess not. All right, daily is not looking too bad, but you do have bearish divergence on the daily. You definitely have some bearish divergence happening here.
This is actually what I was looking at, a short.
Yeah, that short is actually very strong case for a short. You actually might get a reverse, a bounce off the Tinkerson to the downside here. You can't tell off the daily, so the daily is really not going to help you here. 4-hour, you might actually see. Okay, so yes, right here on the 4-hour. How would I want to draw this? So we got an order block right there, so I'll have that just in case. That order block. But you also have this fractal level where we're already rejecting currently right now. Actually, let me do it like this. Let me explain what I'm showing here. So we have an order block here. Y'all see that order block, and we're right underneath it, so we can still push a little bit higher. But we're already getting signs of rejection here at this fractal level, right in here. So this is also where we're currently at. So that's what I'm seeing. Let's see. Let me see what's going on further. No. If you're gonna take this trade, you should be in the trade already. Based off price action, you should already be in the trade. But you know, if you don't want to get in the trade, that's fine too, because this is what I'm seeing. Because we have so depending on how you look at it, you got different price action. You had this bearish engulfing, then you had this three candle formation, the evening star. So you should already been in the trade already right here, but that's fine. If you're trying to get in now, I would set it like this. Stop loss will be, how many pips is that? Looks like 39 pips stop loss. It looks like a 39 pip stop loss. And then the next area of the next order block area is down in here on the 4 hour. So yeah, this is how I would look to take the trade right here. This would be the trade setup. So stop loss will be at 125.591. Entry is at 125.200, and then take profit will be in that order block area around 124.145. Not saying that'll go all the way down there. I think it'll come close to here, even if it stops slightly shy of it. I think it'll get in this area. So I'll just put a bubble here. And let's see, demand is decreasing a little bit. So I do see that 1 hour demand is definitely decreasing. We did have even more evidence of bearish divergence here, flat market. This is coming down. So yeah, I would look to go short here. And then also all three RCIs are angled to the downside. So Monica, this looks like a good short.
Yeah, great. Thank you. I was waiting because I had a bit of a line just above the entry where you've had the entry, because you had some opening and closing candles just above. So yeah, I think it's looking good. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right.
Mr. Kuma, wouldn't that be like kind of like a range too? Like, weren't you on a way to see if it breaks that range?
You talk about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a range, but since there's divergence here, we're not trading the range breakout. We're trading the divergence.
Got it.
And so that, and also RCI as well. But yeah, you can wait for the breakout. That's literally what this breakout would be at that level right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where our entry would. If it breaks underneath that entry, you'll get triggered in, and then hope for the best at that point. So that, yeah, you just make sure you have a pretty good sized stop loss. 39 pips stop loss is not bad. That's not bad of a stop loss. You could adjust that and bring it lower, but me personally, I like to give the market some breathing room and just have good risk management.
Got it.
Huh?
Oh, I said got it. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. Got you. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. I think we pretty much covered up quite a bit. If y'all have any questions, leave them in the chats, the ask questions section in the Discord. I'm surprised none of y'all have any questions, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just assume y'all don't have questions. And I also want y'all to post y'all's technical analysis in the student chat so I could keep up with how y'all are looking at the market and what y'all are trading, because I want to make sure y'all are trading and getting on point. And for the most part, y'all seem like y'all are doing well. So, but I still want to evaluate how y'all are using Ichimoku as well, see if y'all need any help with that. All right.
I was just gonna say another way of looking at this market, right? Like this chart in general. Can we make like a line from the bottom to all the way to where we're at, right? Like all the way, like right, yeah. And see that once it closed below that, it got
Right.
bearish.
This is called a trend line breakout. This is actually a strategy.
Yeah.
Usually how this strategy works, okay, so this was the breakout candle. And then usually you wait for the retest and then the drop. But I don't trade like that anymore. So that's the only reason why I didn't put that up there. But I see that what you're talking about.
I just want to mention it, like not just like another eye if someone wants to look at it like that. Like,
Right. Yeah, that's totally fine. You can do that. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, there's so many ways to trade. You just do what's comfortable with for you because, you know, don't deviate from what works for you. You know, add on to what helps your trading, but don't deviate from what you're doing. You know.
May I ask why you're not trading the trend lines anymore?
The reason why I don't trade trend lines because with from how I've observed how trend lines work, for me, I don't like trading the breakouts. I'm not a breakout trader. Like I'll trade some breakouts if the momentum's there, but not all. That's the only reason why I don't trade trend lines, because trend lines are more so for breakouts, if anything. Nothing wrong with that. If it works, it works. But I like, finding the immediate move or with little down draw. I don't like waiting for too long.
Okay. Yeah, just because lots of gurus are using this technique with the trend lines, which are helpful, let's say. But like for example, they are waiting for the confirmation, the breakout, and then the retrace, take the trade. And sometimes, I found it as well that sometimes, especially in crypto, when the price wants to go, it will just go. Can't wait to the confirmation. You need to be ready.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Because I'm not really big on trend lines. Trend lines, a lot of people talk about trend lines, and I'm like, yeah, you could do your little trend lines. That's fine. I'm not into trend lines unless it's making like a wave or something, or what's it called, divergence. Then yeah, I'll draw a trend line. But other than that, I'm not gonna really draw a trend line. Like for instance, like I'll use a trend line here because there was hidden divergence right here. I'll draw that up real quick. So you see that hidden divergence? It was hidden bullish divergence. So that was a really solid long position right there. I'm pretty sure there was a cloud right here, or Tinkerson or Kijun. Okay, I guess not. But it actually was a fractal level right here. Fractal level. And then you see the fractal level divergence. Bam.
I used to do a trend line as well. Well, now is only occasionally, but I would have drawn that line from the point you went to the third top where those bullish engulfing candle is.
Here.
So yeah, from there all the way up to the towards the left.
Oh, right
no, left, just before that.
Oh, here.
The last low.
Here, way over here.
So from there to there, so I would have seen a channel there.
Yeah, there is a channel.
And most probably well extended, and then when it is that breakdown to the downside,
here.
Yeah,
then
I would have traded that.
Right. Yeah, because like I was telling Nimi, we had a small breakout there, then it came to retest and it broke out again. And I don't like stuff like that because that's annoying, and I have to monitor the chart. I don't like monitoring the chart too much. I just wanted the trade to go and be going. Like that's for me. I don't have time for all that.
Yeah, but it works. Sometimes it works.
Oh yeah.
But what I've heard as well is, and I don't know how how true it is, to what certain extent, is that people that they're using bots. Usually they are trading the trend lines. It's the easiest thing.
They just trade the trend line, you said?
Yeah, yeah.
Trend lines are good for like if you do like a weekly chart and make all the lines like the resistance and the supports like from all the way in the back end, because those you could get the bounces and whatnot. But I don't think trend lines are really good for like 15 minutes or something like that. It won't be enough.
Like my friend, like there's some people that are really talented with trend lines. I'm not one of them. I just use them. It's how I use them. I don't use them for anything else other than finding divergence or whatever. But there's some occasions where you find someone that's just a monster at using trend lines. But most of the time, I notice they're either scalping the market really quick to use when they use a trend line, or they're just marking up an area where the market could bounce back to and then getting in on the retest. And I'm not really big on breakouts and retests. I'll trade them sometimes, but not too often. I try to deviate from that. Keep it as simple as possible. That's all I will say. But yeah, let me go ahead and stop recording. We're pretty much done.